This Steelers-Panthers game should have been a cup final preview, but while Sheffield did their bit with another shutout win, Nottingham capped off a rough week by throwing away a late 2-goal lead. 4 games, no wins, 18 conceded out of the cup and 13 points back in the title race. Nottingham need to bounce back quick. Kevin Carr keeps his place in goal and they give a debut to new forward Matthew Toussignon. The Steelers' winning run is now at 7 and they're unchanged. Steelers should get out this time and they do. And it's Jonathan Phillips, poked away from him well by the retreating Connolly. Oh, and a big collision on the far side is going to be a penalty against the Steelers. The Panthers are going to have their turn on the power play. As the whistle goes, as Bettauer touches up, a tripping call is coming against the Steelers. And we can take another look at it now. Kolamainen is down and out of control. And there's no question that he takes out Connolly. Panthers power play is 6th ranked in the league, just a touch over 17%. They've got an opportunity to go to work here and Duba makes the save. There was traffic in front and Toussignon doesn't like the attention he was getting from Aaron Johnson. First goal elsewhere in the country has gone to Guildford. Storm 0, Flames 1, the only score elsewhere in the Elite League at the moment. Face-off won by the Panthers, and they have the power play unit out. Matheson. Great shot into the top corner from Julian Talbot. Absolutely fantastic. Power play opener. Deadly accuracy from Nottingham's number 48.
Just got to bounce back, got to have a good first shift, you know. Set back the tempo to the best. We got a packed building that's ready to erupt here.
Well, the Steelers know they can come from behind. They didn't want to have to do it again, but they will. Still Connolly. Brocklehurst arriving at speed and didn't control the puck as he would have liked. Connolly again, great little pass out. Loops up into the air. Valorant knocked it out of the air. Save made by Carr and the Panthers scramble it to partial safety. That puck takes a deflection. Penalty is over, but it's with Davis. Oh, and then the pass was cut out. And here comes the breakaway for the Panthers. Brocklehurst can't get back and it's off the post by Horvat. The Panthers have missed a huge chance to double their lead straight out of the penalty box. The Panthers get another break opportunity, and it was Horvat who had the chance. And does Duba get a touch? Maybe slightly, but it's certainly crossbar and up and out of play. And the Sheffield Steelers have dodged a bullet. Steelers right up there with the league leaders in terms of most shots per game. Panthers down towards the bottom in that particular category. The Steelers have won this out of the corner. They don't quite get it to Jonathan Phillips, and then Tronsinski can't keep it in, and Betteridge is all over him, and Betteridge has won it. Ollie Betteridge denied by Duba, and then he runs out of angle. And then when the puck came back to him, he was behind the goal. What an opportunity for Ollie Betteridge.
Yeah, it's just a bad bounce, you know, especially this line has been, you know, the younger line and veteran John O'Phillips up there. It's just an unlucky bounce for them.
Get one more look through the goal. 5 seconds. Backdoor play, great stop. Carr, he got across with the blocker, and then Bettauer's shot as time expires. There's been action at both ends in this one, and the Steelers so nearly found themselves going in level. Kolamainen's pass across, and Carr, who was trying to clear it away with the stick, does so well to get back over and deny Aaron Johnson. That's the most. Brocklehurst will switch it across to the far side. It'll bounce to Valorant, who'll hop into the offensive zone with speed. Tries to play it in towards Eberle. Fights off the stick of Matheson to get onto it. Sent across goal, and that one bounced off Carr and then off the defenseman. The Steelers have it. It'll come back towards Eberle! The Steelers catch a break and tie the game. The puck found its way to the stick of Tanner Eberle, who continues to be red hot. The stick in the lane blocked the initial pass, and it fell straight to the Steelers' number 10. Hansen calls for it, but the Panthers choose to go to the blue line instead. In towards Hansen, there's her, and there's Duba. Oh, and there's a high stick, and not a nice one either. That was Johnson. He's going to head back to the penalty box for that one after he caught Toussignon high. No doubt about that one at all. See it at the conclusion of the play, and that is quite nasty. Have to check the blood. This could be a 2+2, and indeed it is 2+2 for high sticks. Panthers, of course, get that extra power play, and the three skaters do get the puck out of the zone. The crowd wants an interference call or a late hit or absolutely anything at this stage. Phillips into it in the corner, doesn't get it away. Here's her. Big opportunity here for the Panthers to retake the lead. Nice work from Matheson, save made from Duba, but the follow-up has got underneath. Just as Brocklehurst's penalty ended, the Panthers are back in front. It's yet another power play goal in this game, and there's a little bit of a coming together as the players make their way back to centre ice. I don't think there are going to be any penalties called following that little coming together. But the Panthers are back in front because of this. The shot from Matheson, the save from Duba, and her was there to sweep it through the 5-hole and put the Panthers back on top. First penalty on Brocklehurst had expired, so that will then mean it's a 5-on-4 power play goal. It'll cancel the first of the 2-minute minors. A little bit of room to skate in. Marco Vallerand doesn't want to take it behind the goal. Long pass across that never had enough juice behind it. That one hops by Matheson's stick. Johnson is there, but it gets by Brocklehurst. Sent out front, and the Panthers have gone 3-1 up. Malmqvist attacked the crease and puts it underneath Duba. And yet again, the Panthers have a 2-goal lead at the Fly DSA Arena. Steelers didn't manage the situation behind their own goal well, and they're made to pay. Panthers enter the offensive zone with Connolly. Come around to Brett Bulmer. Now back to Golovkovs. Polini with the shot into the top corner. Panthers are 4-1 in front. Right as the power play was ending, their special teams get it done again, the third time tonight. And Duba not able to get that blocker up in time. 34-18, the time of the goal. It will not be a power play goal. It was 1 second after Jonathan Phillips' penalty ended. Lemchigov, has he got a moment of magic up his sleeve? Tronsinski can't get past Connolly, who's lost his stick on the plate. And Lemchigov's waiting out front, and Carr's denied him with a wonderful stop between blocker and body. Standing ovation from a section of the Panthers supporters. Armstrong with the pass. Sourced over the leg, and Lemchigov with the quick release. It so nearly squeezed through, but Carr made sure that it didn't. Had to feed it across for Armstrong. It was broken up by Connolly. His pass does get down the boards to her, and it's a 2-on-1 developing, and the Panthers slide it in, and that might just do it. Clinical on the 2-on-1 situation. Got the pass across, and the instant finish coming in from Jake Hansen. They might get an opportunity here though through Eberle. Cutting inside and shooting off the post. It's just not the Steelers' day today. Although that's going to be a delay with game penalty, I believe. Flicked straight out of play from the defensive zone. And that will see Danny Fick heading for a seat. But this nearly saw the Steelers get their second goal of the game. And the Panthers are just going to let the clock tick away. It has been a magnificent road performance from Tim Wallace's side. They have beaten the Sheffield Steelers by 5-1. It wasn't the Steelers' night. The Panthers made sure of that. There haven't been many games like that this season for the Sheffield Steelers. But if there's any consolation at all, it's that the Cardiff Devils didn't pick up any points either. Tanner Everly scored an equaliser on the power play in the second period. And that was as good as it got. Once the Panthers retook the lead, they never even looked close to giving it back. Aaron, the Steelers haven't had many nights like that in recent weeks. How do you assess?
Yeah, just weren't good enough from puck drop. One of those nights we didn't do a lot right. You know, Nottingham came in and played a good game. They won the battles, they won the races, and they won the special teams battle. So if you lose those three facets of the game, it's usually going to be a long night. Tonight it was.
There were signs at the start of the second period when Tanner Everly equalised that maybe the Panthers would pay for the chances that they missed, but just didn't turn out that way. The Panthers were still able to stay on top throughout the second period as well.
Yeah, I thought the second was, to be honest, quite a bit of that first half of that game was a special teams battle, and our power play wasn't great tonight. You know, we didn't get much pucks to the net. We weren't getting to the hard areas. We were trying to make that pretty play at every corner, and their power play had 3 goals. So, like I said, if you're not going to win battles and you're not going to win races and you're going to lose a special teams battle, you're going to lose hockey games 5-1.
So often this season the Steelers offensively have got them out of trouble, not least against the Panthers here. There was still a sense of optimism from many fans that there would be a turnaround or could be a turnaround in the third, but that 5th goal really killed everything off.
Yeah, when it was 3-1, we had some chances there. You know, Kevin Carr played a good game. He seems to always play a pretty good game against us. I felt like even when it was 3-1, all it was going to take is one goal for us to turn that game and change the momentum. It just never came tonight. And, you know, it's spotting teams' goals every night. You're not going to come back at all times, especially, like I said, especially if you're not doing those little things that need to be done in hockey.
Long bus trip tomorrow down to Guildford. Is that what the team needs after a performance like this?
Well, it's what we got, so whether we need it or we don't need it, that's the beauty of hockey, though, is, you know, we get to lace them back up in less than 24 hours and hopefully play with some pride and be ready to go one more game before the break, which is coming at a pretty good time for us. You know, we have DeLuca and Joseph Rabel still out of our lineup. We've had a couple guys being sick. You know, a few guys Dubes didn't see the ice after the Wednesday game until tonight, and another player left early because he was thrown up too. So break's coming at a good time, but we got to dig deep here and find a way to get 2 points tomorrow night before the break.
Speaking of breaks, Thomas Duber's right skate nearly caused a problem in the second period. Will Curlin nearly having to go out onto the ice. Just talk us through what was happening through your mind at that point, thinking that Will Curlin might have to go out in a power play situation.
Yeah, I mean, some things are out of your control. We try to control the controllables. You know, he broke his skate there. It wasn't going back. It wasn't popping back in like it's normally supposed to. They gave us a minute. Once that minute was up, we were ready to put Will in, and then Andy found a way.
Tim, you must be incredibly happy tonight after the Nottingham Panthers victory. Just walk us through that game.
It was a great 60-minute performance. We had a great start and then stepped on the gas the whole time. And third, really proud of them. We've been having a little bit of issues late in games, but that's how you play hockey. That's how good teams finish the game, and we played really good.
Does the smile on your face sum up your team's performance after the disappointment of Wednesday night? You touched there the last period. Was it the 60 minutes that you wanted from your side?
Definitely. I thought we, from start to finish, it was all us. I thought we didn't give a whole lot. We skated, we worked hard. We were fast. Everything that we're good at, everybody dialed in. I thought it was a great performance on the road against a great team like Sheffield. That's not easy to do. So it takes not only you to be focused mentally, but you got to be ready to battle. And it was a good 60 minutes for us for sure.
And a word on your new signing, a good solid first game.
Yeah, he's He's a battler. He's loves the game, goes to the front of the net, and he's a character guy, and we needed that. He's plays with some heart, and I love it.
And he must be happy to go home tomorrow night and the game against the Five Flyers. Is it just go again, same again?
We have to play the same way. This is a deep league for sure, and everybody's knows that and has seen what's been happening this year. And if we don't play the same way, who knows what can happen. So we got to be ready to go.